So if you can remember, this is our Excel sheet, and we're using it to make reference to some database terms. So we said our data hub here in database in SQL would be the database name. Student here is a table, and the table has four columns, which is name, age, school, and student ID, and then has six rows. And we said each row has data of a particular student, right? So we have six rows here, six data of six different students. So in this case, I want to create another table, which is another sheet in this case. So I create the sheet grades. In database, this will be another table, right? So we have the grades table here, which has four columns. We have this course code, the course name, letter grade, prof name. Sorry, it's supposed to be prof name. Yeah, the prof name here. We have grades for five different courses. But then how do we know whose grade that is? Because we know the course code, the course name, the professor's name, and then a letter grade bar. Whose grades are those? Okay, that is where foreign key comes to place, because we need to be able to like link the student table to the grades table. Someone will probably be like, we could just put the student's name there. That is where normalization comes to play. This probably isn't the perfect case, but I'm just using this to explain foreign keys and primary key. We'll talk about normalization in another tutorial. So in this case, we need to be able to reference students or get to know which students' grades are this. That is where foreign key comes to play. So this is our student table, which student name, age, school, and the student ID. We need to move the student ID to the grade table. So if we put student ID, the column student ID here, which references, let me just, okay. So now we have student ID here. We also have student ID here. In this case, student ID here is the primary key, but student ID in another table here is the foreign key. And we know every table needs to have a primary key. So let's just assume the primary key in the grades table is the course code. We're just assuming it's probably not the best case option for it. But then in our table here, it has unique values. No code is repeating itself. So let's just assume that's a primary key in this sense. And student ID here is the foreign key. So foreign key is a column that is used to join or reference another table. If you need to join two tables together or reference another table, you use the foreign key. And you should always remember the foreign key in one table is a primary key in another table. I hope that makes sense. And someone might bring up, oh, you mentioned the primary key has to be unique. The foreign key in this sense doesn't really have, like here we have three and then three here, referring to the same student. So the student ID 3 refers to the student Mary here. So what this grades table is saying is Mary had B in accounting and had A plus in database management system. So these two course grades belongs to the same student, Mary. So that's the whole idea of foreign key and primary key. So a primary key is a unique identifier for like a table, and foreign key is the column which is used to join one table to another or to reference another table. Okay guys, I hope this has been fun and insightful. I'm going to see you in the next tutorial where we get to writing some code. I hope you're excited. See you.